Hi Virgo, I have a reading for you. We're going to get into it. I'm going to start with an overall energy and then clarify using tarot. I have a specific deck to use for y'all. It's the Deviant Moon Tarot, and I haven't used it in a while, and it's interesting. I was being asked to use that for your reading, so we'll see what comes up. The Deviant Moon Tarot is very interesting. It's a little like, I don't think it's scary at all, but I have heard it. Well, it's Deviant Moon, right? It's interesting. The creator lives in Staten Island. He's very interesting. Let's see what this is about. Manifestation in the reverse. And it's the number 8. Now, 8 is the number of the self. All right, well, let's see what that's about. If you're new to the channel, thank you for being here. My name is Dawn. Let's see, manifestation in the reverse. The 6 of Wands and the 10 of Coins. Well, this is not manifestation in the reverse, I'll tell you that much, but that's what's coming up overall. Virgo, you know what I'm getting a feeling of? Justice. It's almost as if you are able to manifest in your everyday life. You have a house and you have a car and you're seen as good at what you do. But it's almost feels like the thing you really want is not fully manifesting. Or maybe you feel like you're off your path, even though in your everyday life, you know, you're winning technically. 2:22 on the clock. Okay, we're gonna get another one of these. Interesting. What else is going on? I mean, Virgos always are kind of winning at life. I mean, of course we have ups and downs, but at the same time, Virgos are just so highly productive and disciplined and regimented. But it almost seems like something else is arising that has not manifested. This is very interesting. And I switch these. It's, Virgo. It's almost like you thought the victory was being successful. And now that you've kind of checked off the things, a secure living situation, you know, you're good at your job, people look up to you and what you do. It's like you're seeking this other victory. This one feels hollow. Okay, let's get back into this. Okay, what is this about? Feels a little stuck. The cards feel stuck. All of this feels a little stuck. Nature. Well, one thing I'll tell you, I'm going to reflect on what this means about the natural world, of course, but what I'm really seeing here with this nature is it's as a human being, as a spirit in human form, learning, moving forward on your path. Our nature as humans is to not ever really fully be satisfied. So in yoga, it's called santosha or contentment. Now, what happens in life is we start to follow other people's kind of guides or maps, right? And as you start to acquire those things, you still have this urge to seek. It's the urge of desire. Now think about when you you're at work and all you want to do is your desire is to get off work. Then as soon as you get off work, you feel great and you have a next immediate desire. What is it? Yes, usually to put something in your body, food, drink, a relaxant, whatever it is. And then after that, you fulfill that desire, you get another desire. Desires come right behind each other, and that is our nature. And it seems like you're at a point that you've accomplished quite a bit of things and you should feel more content, but there is still a desire because it is our human nature to seek and to move forward in life. Okay, what is this about, Virgo? It's getting deep, I feel like. That's what I'm hearing. It's getting deep. Middle world. Middle world to me is basically the Virgo card. 3 + 6 is 9. 9 is nearing the end of a cycle. You know, we have 9-year cycles as humans that we learn in. If you take the date, the year you were born, and just every year after that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What you're going to notice is every 9 years you take a look back and you say, was the juice worth the squeeze, is what I'm hearing. Was the work that I put in it not only valuable in the 3D, in the middle world, but did I learn? Did I grow? What do I need to change for the next cycle? Let's look at that. Ooh, we're going over here. We're switching decks. Cool. Cool, Virgo. That's what I'm hearing. The sun. Oh, that's beautiful. And look at with those beautiful sunflowers, right? The sun. The sun comes out, in my opinion, when your actions in the 3D plane, in the middle world, bring you this happiness within your heart. So it pacifies not only your ego personality, but it makes your spiritual self or your higher self happy as well. So there's something about merging the work that you've done. Look at that, creating a plan, like having a plan of action, and getting a little more into what brings you happiness in a spiritual sense as well. Let's do one more on that. I'm hearing no. Okay, let's do one on this one, nature, which we kind of decided meant desire. And you know, this is why people have midlife crisis often. I'm not saying you are, not at all. This is just an example. But we live our life for a long time gaining the things that we think we want. And then we suddenly have a realization of the things that will really bring us happiness and success in the everyday. And some of that can be by following your desires, by the things you like to do. But also remember that desires are a bit of a trap. They're the trickster. It's like if you only fulfill the humanistic desires, you can't get deeper, right? So let's look at this nature. Okay, enough of me chatting on it. Let me see what Spirit has to say. The 9 of Swords. So it does seem like this realization has you really caught up in your head. And what I'm feeling is, I really shouldn't be, like, am I being crazy? I've spent all of this time and this energy creating something that I'm really great at. It could be, you know, to me, this feels like a path, a spiritual path that happens to be a career or a job. But it looks like there's something new opening up for you. It's like you're tapped out in that one. At one point I thought, if I could just have this job, if I could just have an actual space to teach from, I will be happy. There's nothing more I could want. And then I did that for 15 years and I was like, oh, there's more that I want. Like the natural desires to grow and progress spiritually as a human started creeping up. Okay. What are we looking at? We're going back to the sun now, which is interesting. I don't usually have readings like this exactly. So here, the Wheel of Fortune. if you're wondering, this isn't out of nowhere. There's something called proclivity in mysticism, and it means that at the right time, at the right place, these desires that come from a spiritual level can be fulfilled. And the Page of Cups, and you are learning that to follow your heart, follow your intuition, and your own internal fulfillment is just as important as the things that we gain on the 3D in our everyday life. Okay, what is the challenge? Fear. It is very, very scary to work toward a goal, get close to or achieving that goal, and then decide that your true north actually might be a little more over here, right? So this is not only indicating there may be a fear present, but that fear is not real. So be the crow, sit right on top of the scarecrow, right? You are not afraid of that illusion. 11:11 on the clock. Let's look more into this fear. Oh, I'm being asked to get a chakra card first. And fear reduced, 18, is a 9. The same as that middle world. So this is an indication, this is what Spirit is saying, that your fears are based in the everyday, right? Why do they want a chakra card, but then it won't come out? Okay. Throat chakra. The throat chakra is talking about the power of your will and being able to make a decision. So it feels like you're a little bit stuck in fear. Number 5, that's the challenge, is not being able to make this decision. And I totally understand why. But Spirit wants you to know that your happiness and the unfoldment of your self-awareness is key, and it's important. It must be, is what I'm getting the sense of. Okay, so I'm hearing, so weird. So I'm hearing the song One from Metallica, and I just got a beep as well. The Magician. You're at this is, to me, is proclivity. You're at the right place in the right time for this to feel as uncomfortable as it does. So in the song One, wow, this is intense to put together. In the song One, the person is basically trapped in this mental prison of fear and emotionality. In the song, it says something like, all that I see, all that I hear, it's like shrouded in this darkness. But the darkness they're really talking about is just this fear of what happens on the manifest, what happens, right, on the 3D. If you make this change and go toward your heart, right? Wow, this is intense. Maybe there's a lesson for you in the song One. When they're talking about darkness, though, just understand that's not like a dark force. It's nothing like that. It's essentially this mindset. It's like whenever you see a possibility, you see this kind of clouded over it. And the song is really talking about war. But if you take it back a little bit, it's talking about the spiritual war between Shraddha, faith, and fear, anxiety, clouded in darkness. That's the anxiety, the lack of trust, the lack of faith. The Chariot, this is the year of the Chariot. So maybe it is the year, it is the opportunity to learn this lesson. Yes. Okay. Maybe going out in nature can help you to let go of some, you know, like the sensation of grounding. If you're spending a lot of time inside, it's a lot easier to get trapped up in the mind stuff. The earth is healing, so if you can get out into it a little bit, that's where you're going to see signs and symbols from spirit as well. And that's going to help to guide you. If I can encourage anything on your path in this current moment, it is to start to learn your vocabulary between you and your higher self. Mine often comes in numbers and messages, and often in the natural world. And it just takes a little study and a little time to learn how to talk to you, your higher self, and to blend that conversation is what I'm seeing and hearing. Okay, where are we going? Over here. Almost done, Virgo. Let's see if we can have some advice, somewhere to put our energy and focus. Voyage. So, okay, well, one of the things whales have, they communicate through song. And I just communicated to you through a song. And the song was given to me because your higher self, your guides work with mine and give me information. So I don't necessarily get always songs for myself, but I tend to get them for you, Virgo. So with this whale coming in and asking the advice, and then being led to teach you and talk to you about getting these symbols, you are being led through song. Also with this card, I'm getting the idea that you should go deep. What does that mean? It could mean different things for some of you, but what I'm getting is go deep down that rabbit hole, whatever that is. Because you're being led to that information. And there's a reason for it, so follow that. It's like you're that little whale, and your guide, your higher self, that's essentially Purusha and Prakriti there, it's like you don't even notice how protected you are. You are being guided just like that little whale. Okay, one more, I'm told. This was really beautiful, Virgo. I hope you stick with me. I would love it if you subscribed, and you can even give me any suggestions or any thoughts about how this reading was for you today. Remember, it may not be for everybody, of course. Frog, prosperity. You know, that's what I was getting the feeling of here with this achievement that you've created and the idea of prosperity. It's like, what is prosperity to you? Because it seems like you are going to be prosperous in whatever it is. But what if it's the thing you didn't, you know, it's not the thing you went to school for. You spent all this money and building this business and going to school for this thing, and then this other thing arises. But this coming in tells me you'll be prosperous at the next thing as well. It's about fear or faith, Virgo. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day and joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. This is so beautiful, Virgo. I love y'all so much.